So I wanted to discuss Chaotic from, I guess, Love and Hip Hop. I don't even watch that show anymore, but because it has a chaotic in it, it kind of drew my attention, and I had some quick thoughts. All right, yeah. So Scrappy, aka Daryl Renard Richardson III, has once again shown his true colors. This time towards Reuben Carlton McFadden, or McFadden, aka Chaotic. This is just an observational quick chat, okay? Because I don't watch that crap no more, okay? So Chaotic seemed very hurt about what Scrappy has been doing as far as he's concerned with the business aspect, right? Well, as far as what Scrappy has been lacking in doing on the business aspect of the YouTube. Chaotic feels that, it's part of what he's used, that Scrappy is using him as part of a storyline. And for me, I think it's way worse. I think it's way worse than just Scrappy potentially using Chaotic for a storyline. It seems like a general lack of respect of of Chaotic. It's as though Scrappy just foundationally lacks respect for Chaotic and other people in general, is what it's coming across as the pattern is showing. And we might can blame this on the lack of maybe his father being there consistently and the type of mother that raised him, as well as the nature surrounding him, the nurturing of it all, his surroundings. Okay, so it did not equate for the best human being. Okay, and even though certain people rise up out of that, not all people, clearly. Even when they had the best opportunities, even when they were skyrocketed into the limelight, you know what I'm saying? Still did not know how to, you know what I'm saying, double up on whatever success that they had. No, 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 they did not do that. So when people like Scrappy, who feel as though they're supposed to be on a certain level and above people, maybe, I don't know, but it's clearly what it seems like, then yes, you're going to get someone that is kind of grandiose in their ego. And people like Chaotic, you know what I'm saying? People that grind and build their businesses and their entities brick by brick, that is going to be very threatening to someone's ego, like Scrappy, who basically he's washed up. I mean, he's really washed the fuck up. Like, how long since he's had any hit? Okay, failed relationship after failed relationship, and he clearly lacks self-control. Seeing someone like Chaotic, you know what I'm saying, when people see people like, you know what I'm saying, hustling, grinding, doing their things, and they have now lost that passion or that urge or that ambition, like, Scrappy has seemingly lost all of that or basically not knowing what to do with it now, and they're seeing someone like Chaotic who didn't have as much mainstream success as Scrappy, still grinding, still figuring out ways to get it. I got a million ways to get it. Choose one type of motherfuckers like Chaotic and myself and other, grinders, okay? That don't just rest on their laurels just to continue to give them a name. No, a lot of these rappers that are about to be 40 and up now, they're it's the heyday is no longer, and unless they can get with the times and respect the younger generation, because honestly, no matter how old you are, if you're not popping, if you're not about your stuff, ain't nobody gonna respect you eventually. So previously, those that were of the older generation, they could try to use muscle to force people to respect them. Nowadays, no, motherfucker, you gotta earn that shit every motherfucking day, okay? Bills are coming due every day, okay? And it's you gotta earn that shit every motherfucking day. At this point in time, what have you done for me lately? Ooh, yeah, is what everyone is feeling like. Fuck what you did in the past, okay? Is it helping now? What you did to get on, are you still doing that now? Is that still benefiting society and those that you rep? Oh, it's not? That let me just go side note into Tyler Perry. If the people that actually support you are telling you that this is not up to our standards, especially with you being in the game for so long, especially with you being a billionaire, and the people that actually support you and have gotten you to this point that you are, the fan base, are telling you that your work is unsatisfactory. It's not like it's haters telling you your work is unsatisfactory. It's your actual fan base, your supporters, your core audiences are not satisfied with the nonsense you've been putting out, and you think everyone should just be accepting of it, or you think you can put on that attitude, that ego, like, yeah, whatever. No, all those tactics are no longer working. Those patriarchal tactics aren't working. So if that's the route you're going to want to go, as far as not minding what your audience is telling you that is unsatisfactory, and that you need to put a little bit of work or hire writers, not just one potentially A star, B star, you know, actor or actress, and then pay other people just, you know, basic wages, and then just pay yourself most of the equity. Okay, fine, great, if that's what you want to do, but your work will suffer. You know what I'm saying? And also, it's like, okay, did you, you know, potentially copy a lot of those ideas from other people, and now those other people have found other avenues to channel their creativity, so now you don't know where else to steal their work? Is that potentially what's going on? Further, I think 50 Cent would be a way better I guess leader in this round, because he, from what I've watched, and I've been watching Power Universe for a very long time now, and what I see that 50 does way better than Tyler, and I can see 50 having way more success than Tyler, and why I can see Tyler putting 50 onto certain aspects is because when you know someone is, you know what I'm saying, just as good or potentially better than you in certain aspects, of course you're going to try to, you know, help them as much as possible in the forefront so that they won't look at you as a competitor. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, just letting you know that, 50. So don't let somebody use that as a way for you to kind of keep you under their thumb. No, be great, okay? Don't let someone's, you know, lack of, you know, hiring proper people and, you know, being able to delegate certain tasks, don't let their lack of business, you know, senses affect your actual business senses, because 50 is very knowledgeable in business and he kind of gets it, but not all the time. Of course, he's a man, so, you know, I have to kind of give them that defect of allowance. You know what I'm saying? So they're not always going to be perfect, but, you know, as long as they're working on it and trying to deconstruct like societal indoctrinations, then fine, as long as they're actively working on it. Further, Chris Brown, oh gosh, oh, Yella Beezy, no, Yella Beezy, no, don't, please, I like you, Yella Beezy. And Chris Brown, I actually like Chris Brown, I'm not even gonna front. I just wish that it would be nice if, you know, he could lay low for a while. You know what I'm saying? Do your work, go on tour, do all those things, but just give it some time. And it's as though sometimes people get frustrated because people aren't warming up to them fast enough. But imagine us that don't have all the big backings. It's gonna take us years and years and years. Imagine how frustrated some people feel about that. But Chris, he blew up real quick from an early age, and you know, when you make a mistake and people aren't, you know, drawn to you like they used to be, even though some people still are drawn to him, and I still like him, even though he continuously makes these mistakes. So I don't like his behavior on many occasions, but I do, you know, I don't necessarily think he has that evil, demonic spirit. It's more so of a frustration type of feeling of, damn, I'm trying my hardest to be better, but no one is seeing it. But we do see it if you will allow it to just be natural and just rest in knowing that you are good at what you do. People know that you're good at what you do, but that's not the only thing that's going to sway people to like supporting you. And you're not entitled to everybody's support. No one has everybody's support. You know what I mean? So just understand that, Chris. Okay? Yes. Now, back to Chaotic and Scrappy. Scrappy never seen it for you, is what it seems. Also, it's not just the storyline that he was seemingly using you for. It's as though he wanted you to be his little bitch. He wanted to use you, basically pimp you out to do the YouTube channel, and him just getting a cut from it every once in a while. So even though he wasn't going to contribute a damn thing, just like when people follow you on like social media, but they actively know that they're not going to like a damn thing. Yeah, something like that. And he was like hoping that maybe Chaotic would continue it and just start giving him some of the money out of it. So that's when you allow your friends to get too comfortable with your niceness. This is what happens. They start thinking that they're big dog show and they're the reasons why you're a nice person, instead of understanding that you're just a nice person, and that if they feel that they're the ones making you be nice, then they got to get it up out of their asses. But you have to allow them to think that and continue, you know, focusing on you and doing you. And in time, the differences will come to light. You know what I'm saying? But keep doing you. Allow those stupid motherfuckers that think they have control over people to keep thinking that they have control over people. Whereas you, and this is just in general to everyone, whereas you just keep focusing on yourself, being self-aware and doing what's best for you, and knowing that it's okay not to go out of your way for people, because most times out of 10, most people will not go out of their way for you, no matter how nice they are. And you have to kind of maybe kind of be like that in a way, you know, to the best of your ability. Because honestly, survival is the name of the game. And everyone would do well in looking out for themselves first, just like on a plane flight, a flight, right? They're going to say, put your oxygen mask on first, even before your child, right? So let's do that. Let's be self aware and do what's best for us first. And we need to stop and think before, you know what I'm saying? Society just feeds everything into our heads. Let's stop and think, do I genuinely like that? Will that genuinely make me feel good? Will that genuinely add benefits to my life? If not, cut it the fuck out. You don't need friends. You want friends. If you need them, there's a bigger issue. Side note, Rashida, Yandy, and Jennifer Williams, pygmies extraordinaire, okay? No woman should be taking advice from them when it comes to men, okay? Because they're suffering in their decisions right now. So I'm just gonna sideline that like, ugh. And another thing with Tyler Perry is that if you're not going to listen to your core audience that got you to where you are today, then what the heck? Also, it doesn't make sense for us to even pay any of the ad libs from Kiki Palmer or any mine, because this is rich celebrity interviewing their rich celebrity friends. Like, come on. And then you want to say highbrow. Tyler, you are the highbrow of the community that you claim to serve. Okay. You're like the only billionaire amongst them, correct? Exactly. So, what's highbrow about your audience when your audience is maturing? They're gaining more consciousness about them, and they're telling you, as your audience, your core audience, who you should be listening to, that they want something more. They want elevated, production from you. By now, after all this time, they're owed that, but you're not doing that, and they see that, therefore dwindling support, period. And no matter how much you play on the church, the old church lady, they're even they are coming into consciousness. So a lot of celebrities, or whatever they want to call themselves, if your audience didn't feel appreciated in the past or previous, or in the most recent times, if your audience weren't feeling as though you were even showing them or paying them any mind, just don't be surprised at this new phase of life that we're basically all going into, that you're not going to be amongst the popular or anybody's faves, okay? Because they're going to realize how you were when you really thought you were super god, okay? Because that's what a lot of celebrities think, that they, and they're actually laughing at the masses. They're laughing at the people that support them. A lot of them, they're like, ha 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 ha, look at that. They're gonna eat this up, whatever. They ain't shit. They don't know nothing. They're gonna buy whatever I give them. And if that's how you guys truly feel, the supporters of these celebrities like Tyler Perry, if you're supporting them and you know potentially this is in the background when you can't see them, when they're not mic'd up and prompt and primed to say whatever needs to be said to continue to get your bucks, then maybe you'll realize some things. But a lot of us already know these things. So anyways, y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do anyways. Okay. So shout out to Palestine, Congo, Burkina Faso. Okay. All right. Niger, Mali, Zimbabwe, Mauritania. Okay, all the melanated nations. Okay, period. Okay, all the melanated cuisines, my cuisine, my cuisines. Okay, all of it. Yeah. Okay. And also rest in peace to Sonya Massey. And a bill should be definitely upcoming. Okay, even if I have to, draft it my damn self, I draft some of these policies and things so that people that are actually in power can maybe see it and build upon it and inquire to, their constituents, hey, is this something that you would like? You know what I'm saying? So the way that I go about transmuting negativity or the negative events that happen by way of fascist Zionist folks is by way of my creativity. So, or by way of my writing, or by way of doing something that's not just, hearing my own voice. Okay. Which brings me to someone like Candace Owens. Anytime I hear her speak, I know she so badly wants to connect and make a point, but a lot of times it just misses the mark. And when I think about Candace Owens, I think about, how our surroundings really do shape our reality sometimes and what we perceive as our reality. When I listen or hear anything from Candace, because I don't really listen to her ever, I might catch a soundbite here or there, but because I already know like she's off the mark, but she's very smart. See, when I think about when that name comes across my screen somehow, shape, or form, because she's a smart woman. But when I think of her, I think of the difference between smart, intellect, and intelligence. Okay, those are not all necessarily synonymous. Further, when I look at the word intelligence, it says that intellect is a portion or an aspect of intelligence. I think it should be the other way around, okay? But that's another story for another day. Okay? Yeah. All right, you guys, that's it for now. Bye.